Have you ever stopped to think about how easy it is to point a finger at someone else's mistakes, yet so difficult to see our own flaws? In the famous Sermon on the Mount, Jesus gives us a powerful challenge: do not judge. But after all, what does that mean in our daily lives? And what can we do instead of judging? From the beginning, Jesus calls his followers to live with extraordinary generosity, to seek peace, and even to love their enemies. He speaks of hunger and thirst for righteous relationships, showing a new way of living that fulfills God's entire will as presented in the scriptures of Israel, known as the Torah and the prophets. Yet, along this journey, there are pitfalls. When we devote ourselves too much to studying God's Word, we can fall into the temptation of thinking we are superior, while at the same time closing our eyes to our own mistakes. That is why Jesus warns directly, do not judge. But how can we put this into practice when it seems so natural to notice the faults of others? The key is empathy. Stop and ask yourself, if I were in that person's shoes, how would I want to be treated? That is when we realize that many times we desire understanding, patience, and love, but fail to offer these same attitudes to others. Jesus tells a well-known parable about a speck in your brother's eye and a plank in your own eye. In other words, before trying to correct someone, we need to see and address our own flaws. Only then can we avoid hypocrisy and learn to act with humility. But what should we do when we clearly see that someone's behavior is harming them? Jesus teaches us to have discernment. Not everyone is ready to listen to advice. Sometimes, insisting on giving a word of wisdom can cause more resistance. This is the idea behind the puzzling phrase, do not give what is sacred to dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine. We need sensitivity to understand when and how to help. And what if we do not know the right time to speak? The answer lies in God. Jesus says, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you. God is like a generous father who wants to give good gifts to his children. And what we need most is wisdom. Wisdom to evaluate, to welcome, and even to correct at the right moment. To conclude, Jesus leaves one of the most well-known phrases in the entire Bible. Everything you want others to do for you, do the same for them. In the midst of the world's confusion, when you do not know where to begin, use empathy. Treat others as you would like to be treated. Remember that we all desire respect, patience, and, in the end, simply want to know that we are loved. That is how we can fulfill the essence of the Scriptures, which Jesus called the greater righteousness. Acknowledging our own mistakes, seeking wisdom in God, and treating our neighbor with the same love we would like to receive. That was Jesus' message in the Sermon on the Mount, and it remains his invitation to us today. Help me share this message with other people as well. I will be very grateful. Thank you so much, and see you next time.